Hello students. In this class of cost accounting, we will be discussing about the topic budgetary control. We have already discussed about the meaning of budgetary control, the objects of budgetary control, the budgets and all. In this class, we will be discussing about the types of budgets. In our previous class, we have already discussed about the types of budgets on the basis of time. All the three budgets on the basis of time, long term budget, short term budget, and financial budget in our previous classes in detail. The second basis is on the basis of functions or activities done by the budget. So, in this, we discussed about, in our previous class, we discussed about sales budget, purchase budget, production budget, material budget, labor budget. In this class, we will be I will be explaining further of this topic, the production overhead budget. The production overhead budget includes information about indirect material cost, indirect labor cost, and other indirect expenses. It covers forecast about all factory overheads to be incurred during the budget period. While preparing this budget, all items of production overhead are classified as fixed, variable, or semi variable. Generally, the departmental heads prepare budgets for their respective departments for the budget period. Then, another overhead budget, administration overhead budget. Uh, it covers the administrative cost for non manufacturing business activities. Budgeting administrative expenses is often difficult since costs like purchasing, engineering, research, and development can be administrative as well as production. The second difficulty is in determining the persons responsible for control of these costs. Thus, this budget contains expenses like directors' remuneration, legal charges and fees, salaries, rent, postage, telephone bills, etc. Then we come to another type, that is selling and distribution overhead budget. It is closely related with the sales budget and shows the budgeted costs of promoting sales for the budget period. It is also known as the marketing expense budget. It consists mainly of the following items, that is sales representative, salaries, commissions, traveling expenses, etc., expenses regarding sales office, publicity office, warehousing, packing and dispatching department, etc. Generally, it is classified according to fixed and variable expenses. Then we come to another type of budget, that is capital expenditure budget. It is one of the most important budget in respect of managerial decisions. The capital expenditure budget aims at minimizing errors while making capital expenditure decisions. Alternative capital expenditure projects have been investigated regarding expected sales, manufacturing cost, marketing costs, etc. The most profitable alternative should be selected. Such budgets are prepared for both short and long range projects depending on the requirements of the business firm. Then we come to another type of budget, that is cash budget. A cash budget is the budget of anticipated receipts and payments of cash during the budget period and is practically the main key of the whole budgetary control system. In fact, planning about the cash flow is very useful for all types of organizations since it reveals potential cash shortages as well as potential periods of excess cash. It is closely related to the sales budget and operating expenses budget. The period of time covered by a cash budget depends on the types of business management planning needs and positions. There are many methods of preparing cash budgets. One is receipt and payment method. Under this method, all anticipated cash receipts are carefully forecasted, such as cash sales, cash collections from debtors, proceeds from sales, debtors, bank loans, interest on investments, royalties, dividends. Similarly, cash disbursements for purchase of materials, supplies, purchase of plant and equipment, repayment of loans, salaries, expenses, taxes, and dividend, etc. This method is useful for short term cash projection and not appropriate for long term cash projections. Then we come to another method, that is cash budgets adjusted profit and loss account method. This method is mainly based on non cash transactions, and the basic assumption behind is that profits will be equal to cash, or the earnings of profits brings equal amount of cash into the business. It is used while preparing the long term budgets, and the following information is required, like expected opening cash balance, adjusted net profit, change in current assets and liabilities, capital payments is plant and machinery, etc., dividends, interest on debentures, etc. Then we come to another type of budget, that is master budget. Generally, it is known as summary budget. The master budget is the total budget of the enterprise. It consolidates and sums up sales, purchase, production, and other functional budget described. It shows the total cost under significant categories in the total revenue. It also embodies the total operational plan during the budget period. Thus, the master budget may be constructed by function and accountability centers so that interlinking of cost result is complete by significant centers of performance and control identified with functions and accountability centers. So we discussed all budgets on the basis of functions. Now we come to another basis, that is on the basis of flexibility. On the basis of flexibility, there are two types of budgets, that is fixed budget and flexible budget. The the budget should be prepared keeping into consideration the expected flexibility of demand of the articles in future. Flexibility means change in estimates in the light of changes in situations. So, on the basis of flexibility, budgets are fixed budgets and flexible budget. Fixed budget, what is fixed budget? The fixed budget is prepared for a specified operation level. In this budget, no change is effected on any change in production level. Therefore, such budgets are not more useful for business concerns because, in practice, operational level changes from time to time due to internal and external causes such as conditions of demand and supply, market fluctuations, etc. When the actual level of activity differs from the budgeted level of activity, the use of fixed budgets as a basis of performance evaluation does not give correct picture. A budget which is designed to remain unchanged irrespective of the level of activity attained is our fixed budget. Now we come to another budget, flexible budget. This budget which is designed to change in accordance with the level of activity. A budget which, by recognizing different cost behavior pattern, is designed to change as volume of output changes. A flexible budget has different budgeted costs for different levels of budgeted costs for different levels of activities. When budgeted level of activity is not attainable, flexible budget accommodates itself to the level of activity. Thereby, it helps in ascertainment of cost, fixation of prices, and uh, evaluating performance. So, where an account of typical nature of business, the sales are unpredictable. For example, in luxury and semi-luxury articles trade, where the business or venture is a new one, it is therefore almost impossible to foresee the public demand, for example, novelties and fashion, where the business is subject to vagaries of weather, for example, soft drinks, etc., where the progress depends on sufficient supply of labor and the trade area has already been suffering from shortage of labor. So, flexible budget is a group of several fixed budgets. It emphasize on correct estimate of cost. It is suitable budget for changing levels of attainments. In this we can estimate correct amount of profit. There is strict control possible, and it is useful in situation of uncertainties. There are so many methods of preparing flexible budgets like multi-activity or tabular method, formula or ratio method, and graphic method. We can prepare flexible budgets by using all such methods. So, in this class, we discussed about the types of budgets. I hope you all understood. Thank you for this class.